Creating raving fans is about much more than transactions and revenue. It's about cultivating love for your brand so deep that clients can't help but share it. There's no stronger endorsement than a client or user who loves your brand so much. They tell their friends, family, colleagues, peers, even strangers on the internet. For most of us, we're looking for a long term client relationship, not a transactional short term fling with a customer. Well, as Valentine's Day approaches, it is a time when we celebrate affection and appreciation. Yeah, for some reason, things like Valentine's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, and okay, most every important date seem to sneak up on us. Well, at least it does on me. I don't know about you. I have alarms and reminders set up a week or two ahead of time, always. And I try to remember, but it's one of those things, if it's not on my calendar, it just isn't real. Is it that way for you as well? Or is it no big deal? You've got it all down. Well, if it's hard to remember those special dates and occasions in personal lives, I think it's way harder in business. And how can we translate this season of love into the business world to create not just satisfied customers, but true raving fans? Just like any strong relationship, the foundation is built on understanding, commitment, and going the extra mile. Treating your customer relationships with the same care as a Valentine's Day gesture can result in glowing feedback, reduced churn, higher lifetime value, and a really impressive net promoter score, NPS. You hear that all the time. We'll delve into some strategies for deepening customer connections, from personalized experiences that show you truly know and value your clients to consistent excellence and reliability that builds trust over time. For most of us, we're looking for a long term client relationship, not a transactional short term fling with a customer. We want to forge unbreakable connections, add massive value, and become irreplaceable. Creating raving fans is about much more than transactions and revenue. It's about cultivating love for your brand so deep that clients can't help but share it. There's no stronger endorsement than a client or user who loves your brand so much. They tell their friends, family, colleagues, peers, even strangers on the internet. I've worked with top experts in a quest to create an experience that wins heads and hearts of clients and makes every day feel for them feel like Valentine's Day here in Sasslandia. And the only way to know how we're doing is to keep score. And our success or shortfall is reflected certainly in casual feedback, but also in low or no churn, soaring lifetime value, and rock solid net promoter scores. So here's a quick summary of what I've learned and tried to implement. One is to turn clients into Valentines. Sounds kind of funny. But at the heart of every raving fan customer is a love story between them and your brand. And it starts with understanding and anticipating their needs. Does it sound a lot like a relationship? Well, it's because it is. And much like planning the perfect Valentine's Day date, you listen, you take note of their likes and dislikes, and you go above and beyond to make them feel special. It's the surprise bouquet or the handwritten note that turns a routine interaction into a memorable experience. And I still handwrite 2 or 3 thank you notes or appreciation cards every single week. And it sounds small, and honestly, it really is. I should do more, but that week effort is still 100 or 150 more than most other people are doing in a year. It's really easy to make someone feel special because so few even bother. When the bar is on the floor, it's not that hard to step over it and elevate your game. Second is feedback as love letters. In client relationships, feedback is the love letter. It's an open, honest communication that helps you grow and adapt. And I think it's really important that we cherish these letters. Thank people when they send them in, good or bad. Celebrate the good ones. Highlight the great things that your team is doing. Share praise regularly because it becomes contagious among your team. And it's really motivating for everyone because we all crave that recognition. Some things that you get won't be positive. It's just the way it is. Don't read those aloud. Don't necessarily share every one of those with your team. But each piece of feedback is a stepping stone for improvement. Take that, internalize. Do they have a point? And they probably have some point in there. Sometimes it gets buried in the hate mail, but usually there is a nugget of truth in there. Find that. And the great thing about it is it shows where you can bring more value and deepen the connection. A complaint is an opportunity to shine. Our client success leader has a phrase. She says, deflect and sparkle. And it means turn that negative into a wow. And so they may come into it with a negative perception or some negative opinion, but they leave going, wow, this was actually a really, really good experience. And so you turn that into a sparkle. That I think is just a beautiful picture. Third is lifetime value is like everlasting love. Yeah, and maybe we've seen one too many rom coms, especially this time of year. But high LTV is the equivalent of everlasting love in the business world. Or, it's somebody that just sticks around because it's too difficult to switch somewhere else. And I think of banking relationships that way. Yeah, don't necessarily like them, don't hate them. It's kind of so so, but it's such a pain in the butt to switch. We don't want that. We want raving fans. We want them to stick around because they want to be there. And we create that everlasting love through continuous engagement, understanding, and mutual growth together. It's about evolving with your clients, ensuring as their needs change that you're right there changing alongside them, always relevant, always indispensable. It's a sad day, and it's happened a few times where a client comes and they've been around 4, 5, 6 years, and they go, I think we've just outgrown you. That sucks. That means that we have not done that. We haven't grown along with them. And the only way to do that and do it well is to stay close to them and make sure that we are staying relevant, that we really become indispensable because we're adding so much value that they could never leave. And that's the kind of relationship I think most of us want with our clients. So as Valentine's Day rolls by, and remember, tomorrow, take a moment to reflect on how we can make our clients feel loved and valued all year long. By creating those raving fans, we're not just boosting our metrics, it's kind of a side benefit, but we're building a community of brand lovers ready to stand with us through thick and thin. And there's plenty of that in the business journey. So here's to love, loyalty, and a little bit of magic in every client interaction. So, do you have any unique ways to make clients feel special and appreciated and create that brand affinity? If so, let me know in the comments below.